of the Oosterhout Free Library. Have you ever been on a winter walk with your family and found footprints or animal tracks in the snow? Have you ever wondered what kind of animal made those tracks? Well, you've probably made your own footprints in the snow before. I bet you have. Well, footprints in the snow can tell you a lot about the people and animals that are all around us. And there are scientists who actually study this too. But most importantly, taking a walk with your family is a special time to enjoy together. And today I have a story to share with you, and then some fun activities that you and your family can do on your next winter walk. First, I have a special story to share with you about a young boy and a grandfather who go out for a winter walk on a snowy day and find some animal tracks in the snow. But what's also special about this is that the grandfather names the animals that they encounter raven, rabbit, deer in English and Ojibwe-Moan, which is the language spoken by the Ojibwe indigenous people or First Nation Native people of North America, which just means that they were the first people to live in North America. So listen to the story along with me and we'll learn what animals that they encounter and maybe we'll learn a new Ojibwe word. Let's get started.
Raven, Rabbit, Deer by Sue Farrell Holler. Illustrated by Jennifer Faria. Published by Pajama Press. I drop my boots on Grandpa's lap. Want to go for a walk? He asks. I hold Grandpa's hand so he doesn't fall down or get lost. A truck and a bus and a car stop to let us cross the road. A big bird with black feathers stands on the back of a bench. Raven, says Grandpa. Gagagi. Raven says, hello, hello. Raven sounds like a brook in summertime. My boots make deep holes in the snow. I shake the prickly hand of a tree. The snow tickles my face and creeps cold down my neck. We go around the curve and down the hill and over the wee bridge. The beaver house looks like a lump of snow. I show Grandpa how to kick the snow into the bit of water under the bridge. Grandpa puts the heel parts of his boots together. His boots make a V. I copy him. And we trudge up the hill like tractors. Big tractors go very slowly and puff out a lot of steam. Little tractors go fast. We look back and I see tracks, one big tire and one little tire lined up exactly together. I see marks in the snow that look like 2 hot dogs with 2 marshmallows in the middle and then 2 more hot dogs with 2 marshmallows. Rabbit, says Grandpa. Waboos. I hop like a bunny. Grandpa doesn't hop. He watches. An animal hides in the trees. It is as still as a picture and it looks at me. I point so Grandpa can see. Dog, I say. Deer, says Grandpa. Wawash Kishi. How many do you see? I see 1 deer, then a twitch of a tail. Another deer. I see 1 and 1 and 1 more. I hold up my mitten. This many, I say. Yes, says Grandpa. 5. The one with the antlers is a boy like you, he says. The deer bounce away, and they make tracks that look like I love you hearts cut in two. I find a line of teeny tiny tracks that look like twigs. Bird, says Grandpa. Raven, I say. Gagagi. Sparrow, says Grandpa. Sparrow is Raven's friend. It has much smaller feet than Raven. Grandpa's face is red and his eyebrows have frost on them when we get home. He doesn't want to roll like a log in the snow, or dig like a dog, or jump up and down. He carries me to go inside like a pile of firewood. My face tingles and the snow on my boots turns into a puddle. Grandpa puts 2 plates and 2 glasses on the table. He pours the heavy milk. I get the raisin cookies. A big one for him and a small one for me. Grandpa switches the plates. Big kids get big cookies, he says. We sit in Grandpa's chair, ready for reading time. He falls asleep before the end, and I slide a blanket over him, and I snuggle to keep him safe. The end.
That was a special story. I liked how the grandfather and the boy spent time together, reading time together. I liked how they were able to figure out what animals left the tracks in the snow. And I really like how they showed us what some of the Ojibwe words were for those animals. If you'd like to learn some more Ojibwe words, then you can have this family teach you greetings and other words. I'll put the links in the description box below. Now, the Ojibwe people traditionally lived in the northern part of the United States and Canada, where it snows a lot, just like it does here. So you can go on your own snowy walk too and look for animal tracks just like the family did in the story. But first, I think you should start investigating your own footprints. Let's take a closer look at that.
Investigate by making your own footprints in the snow. Have fun by making some scientific observation on freshly fallen snow. Go on out and try to walk carefully through the snow. Then walk again, but drag your feet a little bit. Next, run through the snow. Or you can even hop through the snow. Ask your family member to walk through the snow too. And compare. How are the walking footprints different from the running footprints? How are my footprints? Are they the same size or bigger than my foot? Are they the same size or bigger than my family member's foot? Once you've made these observations, you can start looking for animal tracks in the snow, just like the story. Now, do you remember the animals that you saw in the story? There was raven, rabbit, and deer, and these are their footprints. And these are the animals, raven, rabbit, and deer.
But how do you tell those tracks apart? Let's take a closer look at some clues you can look for.
You can use these questions to help you decide. Are the tracks large or small? Do the tracks have toes, and if so, how many? How many legs does the animal have? Count the track pairs that are together. Was the animal walking or running? Do you see them drag their feet like when you were dragging your feet through the snow? And the number of tracks. Was it just one animal or was it a lot? Or see where the tracks are leading. If the tracks are leading up to a tree and they disappear, then it's probably an animal that could live in a tree, like a squirrel.
Let's take a look at what some of the animals that you might encounter in your next snowy winter walk.
You might see tracks like this with little toes and little paws from a cat. or slightly bigger paw prints, like these from a dog. Or really tiny paw prints together. There's 4 of them together. Those are from a squirrel. Or we see these 2 longer legs and 2 shorter legs, and it looks like they're hopping, like from a bunny. And you'll probably find some of these. They're bird tracks.
Now let's play a little game to see if you can guess which animals belong to what tracks.
Can you guess what animals made these tracks? Here's a hint. One's a dog and one's a rabbit. Look again, you'll see one has 4 feet close together and one has a paw print. You're right. The rabbit is right on the left and the dog is on the right. How about these animal tracks? Here's a hint. One's a raccoon and one's a crow. You're right. The crow has 3 toes in their footprint, and the raccoon is slightly larger with 5 toes. Now see what animal tracks you can find in your neighborhood.
After you come inside from your winter walk, you can make a journal of the animals or the animal tracks that you saw out in your walk. There's a link in the description box below to a journal page if you want to print one out. If you didn't find any animal tracks on your winter walk, try again another day. You can also try a different location, like a park. Now, if there's no snow or there wasn't enough snow, you can make your own inside. In the description box below, there'll be directions and a recipe for you to make your own winter snow and make your own animal tracks inside. Well, I hope you had fun, and most of all, I hope you enjoyed your time together. See you next time. Bye.